Okay, so um, I'm sure nobody here has ever heard about the PnP Reusable React Controls for SharePoint Framework. Um, some of you are probably new to the community. Welcome, is that so? Um, I'm going to have a quick recap about what is this and show you two stuff as a start to get your hands on it. My name is Michael. I'm a technical lead at One Point. Live in a beautiful town called Nantes, which is west part of France. And you can see here one of the local tourist attractions, which is a mechanical steampunk-like elephant. Pretty nice. I had the opportunity to contribute to some PnP open source repositories, and I have the chance to be one of the co-maintainers of the PnP SPFx controls. You can reach me out on Blue Sky, Twitter, GitHub. Got a personal site, and I'm also an M365 development MVP. So it's not about what is this, but what are these? Because when you're referring to PnP React Reusable Controls, you are referring to the PnP React Controls, which are ready to use, like I said, React controls. And you are also referring to PnP Property Controls, which are ready to use with property pane controls. They both are based on the SPFx ecosystem, and version 2 or 3 are focused on SharePoint Online. They are both community-driven solutions, which means that there's no first-part support, no SLA or stuff, but we have an active community, and Microsoft helps to promoting through the PnP initiative. We are trying to do our best to address issues and to consider feature requests and bug fixes. But everyone is welcome to contribute to this to these solutions. And they are used in open source, other open source solutions such as the PnP Modern Search, which is great. First, the PnP React Controls. Like I said, it's a list of controls that are ready to use based on M365 ecosystem, which means that as it's related to the SPFx environment, you can get info regarding what's in the user's ecosystem. You can there are some controls that you can explore through the context of SharePoint or Teams. For example, the people picker, the dynamic form, the taxonomy picker. There are many of them that relies on the M365 environment. There are also the team support through the enhanced theme provider and the variant theme provider. It's pretty important regarding some specific solutions that you can deploy on the Teams, for example, or section backgrounds in the SharePoint pages. There are also field controls for SPFx field customizers, like taxonomy renderer or user renderer to render a personal control, for example. Then we have the PnP property controls. Like I explained, it's a set of advanced property pane components, which is dedicated to the web parts management. There is a property field for almost every need. We have property fields for grid, with datetime, SharePoint View, code editor, Monaco editor. There is a spin button, past one. No, seriously, there are many of them. So you should give it a try if you don't know already. There are also a callout extensibility for most property fields, such as drop down, label, or button. To play with them, you got three ways. So the first, the most common one is if you install them through the major release, which is around 3-4 months. We don't have. We try to be pretty reactive and to align to SPFx release versions. So that's why there's no specific date, but you can install the latest release through these commands. You can also give a try each time a PR has been merged through the beta version, which is automatically released after a PR has been merged. So it's the opportunity to give a try on a new feature or to try if something that has been declared as an issue has been fixed in your context. And you have finally the debug version, which is the cloning the controls and then run them locally, because we also created a solution that allows you to test the controls, every control in your context, and to also get your hands on how do they work. For example, if you want to submit a feature request on the if you have an idea. So I'm going to show you 2 or 3 things. Here I have the webpath example, which, to be honest,
Michael, sorry,
yeah,
could you just increase the size of the?
Yeah. Always about zooming. Sorry. Is it good?
One more, and then I think we're good.
One more. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Thank you.
Okay, great. So, to be honest, won't be able to show you the web part example because I got some local server issues, but I will be able to show you the dedicated solution that is linked to the PnP controls repo as a web part. But just to give you an overview, I got a web part example here with a property control, which allows you to render a color picker, and which is configured right here. So just like the default property pane text field, you get a property pane control picker, which displays a color picker, and whether the selected color here is sent to the render here, and you can display it inside the web part. For example, here I had my current color, which is reflected each time I switch a color on the property pane. And the other example is for if I wanted to display the web part title, which is well known, very useful web part, which allows you to display a title on the page, and it updates also in edit mode without going through a property pane. You can update it right away in edit mode, and then when the page is in read, the read display mode, it displays the title that you have set up just before. Another example of control is the people picker, which is well known, and for which you have the opportunity to specify which type of principal you want to allow the user to look for. It can be a DL, it can be a security group, a SharePoint group, or every types of principle. You can also put some limit to the selection. You can put some delay. You can enable the ensure user. Put some selected default selected users. This one will probably be showcased at another time, but that's the main one of the main controls that is really popular. So this was for the web part, which sadly I can't show you, sorry, but I'm going to show you something else, which are I'm going to zoom in, which is again. Sorry. Okay. So this is the repo of the PnP React Controls. You get every component that you can find, which is documented on the PnP React Controls page, site, sorry. But we have also the opportunity to test them locally because it's inside this project. We also have a SharePoint solution, an SPFx solution. So, for example, here, this is a web part, which is the one that we every contributor can run locally to test out every single control. And we have the control test web part, which contains, as you can see, a few components, and which is enhanced through the ages in order to be more easily testable, if I say. And if you want to have a look, this is how it is displayed. So when you are running your local server for the repo of the PnP controls, you got this web part, and in this web part you can configure some of them, and you can choose which control you want to display. So let's say I want to display the web part title. You can have it here and say my nice web part. Something you can test. You can web party. Yeah, no. This is the way you can test some web part. If I click on preview, for example, for this one, you can see how the web part title is actually displayed when it's not in edit mode. But I can also choose to display other controls. Say, for example, that I want to show the people picture here. You have a preset of different configured people picker controls. Let's say that I want to select for adult. I got custom style here. I got people picker with some filter to the email address. I got here for a group, which I didn't configure actually in my case. And yeah, just for you have the people picker. Like I said, you have also the dynamic form. And for the dynamic form, we have the opportunity to select among our current sites list. Let's say I want to take the employee onboarding, and by default, it's going to load every field of our employee onboarding as a new form. But I don't know if I have one here. If I test, no, 2 maybe, 4, 10, no. Yes, I have it 10. I have one. So I got here from my dynamic form with my data, which is loaded with this list item ID. But basically, the idea is to show you that every control is testable quickly here, instead of just installing the controls from the public public npm and then use them on the web part. You can choose also to test them, to go to the code, to understand how does it work. Just to go back in the code, sometimes, let's say that for the dynamic form, some controls are using the SPFx context, the base component context, or the web part context, or other context. And like I said, each version of the PnP controls relies on the specific version of SharePoint Framework, which means that sometimes you can refer to a version of the PnP controls which relies on an older version of SPFx, which is not the one that you are currently using in your project. So you can have some issues about using the context because TypeScript checks that there is mismatch version between the SPFx version of the PnP controls and the SPFx version of your project. So when it happens, if you want to get over this, you can still cast as any in order to go over the mismatch version error without causing trouble to your project, because the context will be in the major cases will be the same. But this is a kind of advice. And I think that's it for first. If I go back now, just a quick recap. Like I explained, use the context as any when required if you got a different version of SPFx. You can disable the telemetry if you got an IT which blocks everything that is sent on the telemetry server. There's an option which is documented on the PnP controls website. You can run the repo locally, like I just showed you before, if you want to understand how does it work. And feel free to use the beta version if you want to give a try, or if you want to give a feedback about version to come. Just to finish this demo, a quick recap regarding 2024 year. We released 4 versions for the React controls, around 1,000 downloads for each version, which is pretty awesome. We got 2 new controls, 24 enhancements and 25 fixes. And for the PPG controls, we got 3. We got also 4 releases, around 250 downloads. except for the latest version, we get over 3,000 downloads on NPM. Don't know why, but that's pretty cool. 2 new property controls, 7 announcements, and 3 fixes. I wanted to give a huge thank you to all the people listed here, and I hope I didn't forget anyone, because they really matter in this year, about their contribution, their involvement, their patience regarding how we can handle the pull request sometimes. But here we are. Huge thank you to you, and we hope that you will keep helping us for the year to come. I will share you a few links in the chat just after. You got the repo for the controls, and also the SPFx samples gallery, for which there are many of them are currently using PnP controls. Thank you very much.